Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to another Saturday live stream. All right, let's start here. Let's do the hard work of recording and see how the week went and why we didn't take some trades and try to improve. Let's see how our trading plan has done and what we can improve. All right, I already have downloaded the data for the entire week, so I have it here. We can go ahead and kill this connection and start the playback connection. Okay, so I do have here the playback connection, and it'll be the NQ. All right, this one. 500 share bars. There you go. All right. So here we are in the playback mode. Um, the playback mode helps you to. Oh, give me 1 second. This camera is all fucked up. There we go. I don't know why. All right. So the playback mode in the playback mode you can replay everything what happened during the week. Okay. Let's do this. All right. All right. So we have this. Let's see which one was the one. I think it was yesterday that we had a missed trade. Hmm. So did I download the right data? Give me 1 second. Um, documents, Ninja Trader, database, replayed. Oh no, yeah, I have. All right, so we can go ahead and come here to the 30 and let's wait for it. All right, so the market is so the platform is bringing back the market data. There you go. So this is let's go here. Oh, still loading. Taurus, you there? All right, so that, while just one person is right here, I will just try to record my trade from yesterday. Right, the missed trade. I think it was a very nice trade. Right. Um. The trade I did not take, by the way. I did have the zone, but I was already -2, so I decided not to keep trading. Alright, so this thing is still loading. Let's kill the connection and back again. All right, so I want to come here. There we go. Go to 30th at 9:57. Let's wait for it. There you go. So I was trading off of this, right? Which it was a very bad. And then we did, I think we did have, oh, there we go. That's 370. Yeah, we did have this one, right? So let's fast forward this. Plus 30, plus 100. Let's see if we can have 370. It was right above the overnight. There you go. So we do have replay here. Let's see if the market never got to the supply. I think from there, time is this 11:18. So we started to retrace from there. Yeah, that was it. That was it. So that was it. Okay, so there was no. Let's go here to the Thinkorswim. So I want to know why I did not take this trade, right? That's the purpose of this video today. I was, if I had some audience here, I wanted to um, see if I could do some psychology work, but I don't think there's enough people interested in that. Um, so here I do have the, okay, this is the low from the previous day, right? So this is the low from the previous day. No, this is the overnight low from a previous day, right? So we came here. Time was this. Oh, this is the open from the previous day. So there we go. So here I do have this supply. I would say here. Okay. Oh, here's one thing. All right, let me see how this went. All right, cool. But ideally the entire area would be not this one, but this one. There we go. And this is another part of the open. Here's the deal. I think Thinkorswim is um thinks Thinkorswim is undergoing maintenance. So I don't know if I could get the data for the replay. Most likely that I will not be able to. All right. On demand. Oh, it looks like yeah, I don't have the data from yesterday. Damn. I have the 29th. I have the 29th, but I don't have the damn, I don't have the data from yesterday, but what we can do is, all right, so let's replay here on the straight from the trade station. It's not gonna be like real time because Thinkorswim is under maintenance and TradeStation does not have the feature to think yeah. All right, so give me 1 second here. Okay. All right. All right. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show here the trade station, right? So let's see if I can show the trade station on the live stream. Yeah. So let me shrink this a little bit. Oh no, I think it works fine. There we go. All right, cool. Just in case if I need to change the windows, I do have the trade station here. All right, so the way this works is all right, what I do here, this is the replay, right? So this is the replay from yesterday. I did have this zone, right? So I want to see if I was at some point being able to take this trade short, right? So this came here at 11:12, 11:12. So 11:12 is 11:12 is right here. Okay. So the ADQD, obviously ADQD was going up. We do not have the ADQD. The ADQD is against us. Okay, so that's okay. So let's go see the tick chart to see if in the tick chart we do have some divergence, right? So 11:12, 11:12, we did have where's the high here? It's 11:08. So perfect. So we do have some sort of divergence here. So I'll show you, right, the two peaks on the tick chart. So you start with the tick chart, and the way this works is you mark off the tick chart high, and this is 10:08. Sorry, 11:08. So that was around here, right? So this is the high. This is the high on the tick chart. This is the high on the tick chart, and then this high, which is around here, on the tick chart, I'm gonna show it later, is 11:13. 11:13. So 11:13 is right here. Nice. So we did have a very good signal right here. So I'm gonna show you guys how this works. Okay. So we do have the first clue of this thing changing. Okay, and this does not happens out of the blue. This sometimes happens, um, and we don't pay attention to it, but it just gives us the reversal point. Okay, so one thing that we want to see the ADQD perfect. It was going up, but what we don't want is a retracement already in the ADQD, and I'll show it right now. All right, so you guys watching this divergence, right? This is the high on the tick, and this is a second high. I'll show it. So here's the tick chart. Here's the tick chart. Here's the high overall. Here's the high overall, and here's the high in the market, lower. You guys see? Lower. Okay, so that's the first sign for me to pay attention to the reversal. Okay, and especially getting to a high quality supply. Okay, going above the overnight, and give me 1 second. I need to close this window. Too much light. Too bright. There we go. Okay, now it's better. Okay, so here's the first sign. Okay, let's say we did not take this trade, right? I want to see where at could I just join this trend, and you need to assess here where this market can go to, and I would say at least to this area, right? This was 1047. I do like more like I do have that one, and I could say this one is a pretty nice one, right? But let's fast forward and see what happened. Okay, so we never made it back to the overnight high. All right, so I want to see here what is going on. Obviously the first one is not working because we did not have any bounce from the first one, although it hasn't been broken yet. But since the second one is the one that causes the spike, since the second one is the one that causes the spike, I that is the katana. That is katana. It's called katana. I'll talk about later if you stick to the video. All right, so let's get rid of this one, right? And all right, this one was the area that was working, right? So this would have been a nice target. I want to see where at I could have joined this trade, right? Let's fast forward a little bit to see if that one worked a little bit. It was holding for a few minutes. It looks like it's going to break to the downside. There you go. So this one didn't work, right? But this was not a bad target. Now, if you guys see, this is the 10 a.m. pivot. This is 10 a.m., right? This is 10:10. You have several pivots right there. Working on the long side right now. This being broken is a very, very important point, okay? Because now we're changing trends overall. All right, so here so here let's see where we could have just entered this trade. So you have all this, right? You have all these. You have this pivot, you have this pivot, you have this pivot, you have this pivot. All right. So let's say you didn't take this one. So the most that you could do was just entering here. Okay. Right there. But still, it's going to be a lot later than 53. This is 42. Well, it's just 10 points. But you need to understand that the ultimate target has to come to 70, right? So your risk is greater right there. So after that is just a miss trade. Well, you could have put an argument that you wanted to take this pivot to the downside. Okay, so but let's record this thing. All right, let's put the all right. So let me bring the edge wonk here. I want to. There you go. So let me bring the edge wonk to the left side. Let me bring the edge wonk here. So on trade, missed trades, I can go ahead and pre-market. There you go. Right, and then put a missed trades journal. Okay, there you go. And add a trade. So this was September 30th. And what time was this? 12:13. 12:13. Okay. Instrument and Q. Setup is a pullback continuation. To sell, the entry price is 11,353.50. One contract, and the stop should have been. I'm gonna take this out of the picture. The stop should have been 11,369.50, and the target is 11,265.75. Okay, 65.75, and the close would have been the 30th. 11:43. Right. So we do let's put some annotations here, right? So here on the notes here, clear divergence on tick chart. ADD not coherent, but not pulling back. Okay, so there is some sort of a probability of exhaustion right there. So you could argue that the ADQD is going up, and you don't have a pullback there, right? So is going up, and it can get exhausted at any time. Okay, so let's continue. ADQD, and then what else? Supply created at the open of the previous day. And then you have overnight high at the same level. This is very important. Okay. All right, so you have this. The exit price would have been 11 to 65 3/4, and the profit and loss 87 times 2. Sorry, 87.50 times 20, 17.50. All right, so let's screenshot this thing. And let's put here some annotations. Tick divergence, right? Tick divergence, and let's take a picture of this and put it here. There you go. So we do have our trade right here. And let's take a look at the internals, because the internals is the one that I am more interested in. So here are the internals. Here is the divergence on the tick chart, and the ADQD just going up. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's get into the data here. So obviously it was the best trade of the day. So the M30, the 30-minute trend was obviously up. So I don't wanna before I do this, just wanna do this. The 7 minutes. So the 7 minute was 11:16. So we could have gotten in the second one, but the first one was very old. So that's the truth. All right, let's go to the 30-minute. So the 30-minute was sideways. We didn't have a trend on the 30-minute. It was more like sideways trend. Yes, it was going up at the time, but it was sideways. So I want to put here sideways. The zone, no, less than 50%. Confirmation trade, no, it should have been a limit. Very good location. It was an old candle. Tested the zone more than twice, no. Was not an overnight zone. It went beyond my target, yes. Tick change. Tick trend against. Actually, it was against, but I did have divergence. So after that, I tick. So I gotta put here tick change. There we go. Here it was in a good location, and ADQD was not coherent, and it was in the wrong side of the trade. And voila, we have the trade right there. We do have the missed trade. Okay, so we do record this missed trade and see what actually happened. Okay. So let's transition here. All right, so let's continue. Let's say we missed that one. I want to see if I could be in this trend, because after it broke this low right here, this would have been a very sensitive point, very important location to continue to the upside. Okay, so I want to be aware that if this thing is going to continue down, where it can bounce off, right? And then you have, all right, there you go. Do you have this one? You have this one, right? So I want to see if we break this one. I want to see where I could have gotten in here. So I do have this one, right? I don't think it was retested, but nevertheless, let's try. All right, so I bring this back 50. And I'm doing it this way because I don't have the market replay on the Thinkorswim. The platform is going under my mains. All right, let's pause right here. Let's see if we can put a... No. See if we can put a short right here. Right, and the target right here. Okay, cool. Let's replay this. I think it never came back up though. Yeah. And this zone didn't work either. All right, so this area was not the one. I think the one was this one right here. Pretty well. We did have some levels right here, so we did have this one, right? So would you can argue that this one is important. This one is important, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was a demand that we had right here, right? So let's put the demand and turn it into a supply. Would have been this one. Let's continue here. So now we are at the overnight lows, right? And we're thinking this thing is going to turn around. Let's see if it turns around a little bit. I don't think it does, but yeah, it's struggling. It's trying to go up. There's no follow through though. All right, let's see if we can re-engage in this one short. Right, so the way I want to do is, let's see where All right, so you have this, obviously. You have this right here. That was a good one. And then you have this one. Right, let's see if you can trade off of this short. You have here, let's argue here, right? All right, there you go. There's no coming back. That was what I was trying to do during the in the morning. I was trying to be aggressive to the short side now. I think a lot of sellers just cover their shorts earlier in the day. That's why we had the spike, and then after 11:30, the thing just started to fall. Yeah, it's hard for me to get into this chop. I really don't like to get in the chop. All right, so that's fine. I ended up the day yesterday -2. I lost $400. But I decided to stop trading and practice. So this is a market close. We closed at the lows for the year. So I decided to stop trading and exercise some acceptance. Okay, because I wasn't trading correctly. Yeah, I could have made the money back, but right now at this stage is not about the money for me. Right now is I want to really get better and do the work. Okay, so I'm gonna open up here my OneNote, right? And I want to take a notes of this. So. Okay, I want to take a note here. And what I want to do is on the daily, on the mental mapping, I want to bring this up because I think this is essential for your trading game, right? So I want to. This was my mental map from. Figure this. Let me pull this out. Let me see if I can open up this thing a little bit. So this is September 1st of 2021. It's been 1 year, and I want to update this thing. Okay, so this is something that I extracted from Jared Tendler's book. Is in the description down below. I do have a link for Amazon if you are interested. Here on the book has helped me big time, right? So what I want to do is I want to copy this, right? Make a copy, right? And put it here, mental mapping, right? Copy. And I have a new copy, right? So I want to name this one October 2022 update. And I can see how my psychology has improved over time. Okay, so I do have this one here. Okay, great. So I want to change this to today's date. There you go. So the way this works is, all right, so you qualify your psychology depending on your mental state for the day, right? So if you are doing things rushing, you're not analyzing correctly, you are just impatient and excited about the market. So that might be one type of game of you. And but when you are more calm, waiting for the setup and not overthinking, but instead of that, just waiting for the setup to show up and then executing, that might be your B game. And your A game is you're watching a lot of opportunities and you capitalize on them, and you are very calm and you are very logical and very clear about the markets, not being very nervous and so on. So that might be your A game. Okay. So the important part here is when you are in your A game, when you are in your B game, and when you are in your C game. So when you recognize that you are in the C game and you have had a couple losers like the ones that I had yesterday, you can start and you can start saying, all right, I'm not in the best state to keep trading, and I'm not only gonna risk money, but I'm gonna save my mental account, the one that makes me keep going and keep trading correctly. Okay, because this game is not one day. This game carries over situations from one day to another. So if you're damaged today and you don't do the work, you will be having issues the next day or the next week, right? Or at least that is my experience, personal experience. So we can review my ABC game from September 2021. I have it here. So I just created a new copy so I can update it. So what I did back in September of last year, I updated my C games. I broken into few C's, like my C minus, C game, and C plus, right? Because I felt like, all right, I felt like I did have different stages of the C game. Okay, so that was pretty bad at the time. But right now is not the case. We can go ahead and get rid of the C minus and the C plus and just have a C game. And on the B, I'm gonna get rid of the B plus also, and the A game is going to be a standard A game. Okay, and we can always come back to this one, the original, so we can extract some of the traits or situations that I encounter when I was on my C game. Okay, so all right, so this is the updated chart. So let's see what the book says, right? So the book tells you, all right, C game, obvious mistakes, mental or emotional flows cause your emotions to be intense, or your energy was pretty low, right? So I want to say when you are unmotivated, when you are just apathic, like you have no energy, that's one sign of you being not in the right state to trade, because trading is a discipline that requires a lot of focus, and focus also um is intertwined with a lot of energy or adrenaline. Okay, so you need adrenaline in order to be concentrated, to be focused, right? So if number one sign that you can look at is your energy levels. If your energy levels are too low, that is not a good sign for the trading session. Okay, so I'm gonna put here, I'm gonna erase all this, and I would say low energy levels. And here I want to put overslept or stayed in bed longer after waking, right? I think for me is one of the signs that I have less energy than usual when I wake up and I stay in bed a little bit longer than usual. Okay. Trading is like a professional sport. You need to be at your peak level if you want to be good at it, right? So another thing on the C game also for me is like a lot of overthinking. Okay, like I am thinking like I want to be aggressive, I want to size up, I want to make money, make a lot of money, right? So those are clear signs for me when I am not in my right state of mind. Okay. And I want to put here thoughts about going up in size, thoughts about being more aggressive before the trading session. More aggressive in my trading. Okay, so those are signs for me in the actuality, like nowadays, when I feel like, all right, I'm not doing the right thing. Okay, and we haven't gotten to the technical aspect, and those are more evident. Okay, but I'm telling you, these are clear signs for me to be aware that I might not be in the best state of mind. Okay. So I do run every morning at 7. So if I don't run well, if I am like, how can I say, if my levels of, if I am not concentrated, not, this is the word, let me get the right phrase. All right, so I'm gonna put here weird thoughts while my morning exercise routine. Okay. And this is weird, but you need to practice, and I've learned this because I've been meditating for 5 years now. There's one thing called metacognition, where you are aware of your thoughts, and then you're like somehow detached from yourself, and you see your thoughts as from the third point of view, right? That's called metacognition. That's being aware of being aware. And I can recommend you guys a few books about that. But that's a good thing that you can use in trading, because you need to be aware of being aware. Like, you need to recognize what are you thinking, right? Because you are in a business of executing, right? And your emotions are gonna try to influence your trading, and the more you understand your emotions and how your body responds to them, that's the way to dominate, or to how do you say that, like lead your emotions, right? To work in your, to work them, for them to work to your favor. All right, let's continue. All right, let's do some technical aspect of my trading. So I don't chase price anymore, so I can get rid of that. Keep fading directional move. No. Cutting trades too soon. Okay, so here's one aspect of my technical. I completely lose sight of the internals and the dollar. Right? When thank you, mommy. Thank you. So I complete thank you, Emma. I do have another fan right there. Emma. She's my daughter. All right, so I completely lose sight of the internals and the dollar, right? So what does make me is being distracted. I am not aware of what the market in reality is doing. Okay. So what it does is that, okay, I'm trying to get a short, right? But the internals are pointing long, and I'm not aware of that, right? I'm completely distracted, right? So that's one thing that makes me be in my C game. All right, let's keep moving. Cutting trades too soon. I don't do that anymore. Didn't follow my loss limit rules. That might be it. So let's do this. Lose more trades than what plan. Okay. All right. Nice interaction here. Thank you. I love you. All right. Lose more trades than what I planned. What else? Cutting trades too soon. Didn't follow my loss limit rules. Lose more trades than what I planned. Okay. Making impulsive trades because I'm overreacting to one element. All right, so it's a long time I don't do that, but I'm gonna put them here. Revenge trading, right? So revenge trading is something that is commonly among traders, and I understand because there's no way to one way to express frustration and frustration and yeah, frustration is, I think, is the right word, is trying to fight. Okay, when you are scared, you try to fight. And the thing with traders is that when you lose money, you are trying to fight the market, right? You're trying to fight the market, and then you revenge trade. And what happens is that when you revenge trade is just expressing your fear, right? Expressing your fear, trying to fight to try to defend yourself, but you're digging a deeper hole, right? So that's what happened when you revenge. So the best tactic to protect your fear from the market is just accepting, right? Accepting is one of the most important things in trading, because the market is very random. Even if you have a setup, if you have a perfect setup, even if you have everything aligned, it can change at any time. Okay, so so the market being so random, it can change it can change at any time. You cannot fight that. There's nothing you can do. Not even billionaires can do that. Like not even institutions can win all their trades or their investments, right? Sometimes they go wrong. But at the end of the day, I think one of the most important tactics that I've discovered that has worked on me is um, just accepting. If you accept the flaws, the randomness, then you will be more trained to overcome those situations. Okay. So revenge trading, what else? Impulsive trading, because I am overreacted. Scaling out without planning for price going. Scaling without plan. Oh, this is one thing that I haven't done in a while, but it can happen to me, so I want to be aware of it. Um, Crazy guy 4525. That is true, but I can tell you, I have set rhythmic parameters, but I have gotten inside rhythmic and changed them immediately, so I could keep trading, right, like a junkie. Um, I'm not saying that could be your situation. That was my situation in the past. So what I do now in my real account in Ninja Trader, I do have a stop loss of $800. Yeah, look, like what? Look, I've been doing this for 5 years, so I do have a lot of experience, a lot of good experience, a lot of bad experience. So I've done it all, right? So that's one thing that I cannot regret, but that is one thing that have taught me big time. Okay. Sorry about my English. So obviously English not my first language, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I needed to work so deep in my psychology so I could um, get rid of those type of situations. So now in my real account with Ninja Trader, they have a stop loss. Yes. See, yes. So I do use my real account right now with Ninja. So everything is linked to my main account in Ninja Trader, and those trades are mirrored to other accounts, funded accounts, but I only and exclusively trade my Ninja Trader account, right? Why? Well, this is the reason. So they do have a protective stop loss, um, and I have set it. I have set it at -$800. So when I lose -$800 or more in realized losses, and this is very important, it has to be realized. They don't close your positions out. Okay. If you have -800 in realized profits or losses, they won't let you put more trades for 24 hours. Not 24 hours till the next trading day. Okay. Even if you call them, you text them, email them, there's no way to change that. So I haven't used that protective stop in a while. I'm telling you, at least 1 year. Okay, but that protective stop is really really good. Now the rhythmic one, if you have the password, I mean, you can change it. Now you can give the password to someone else, and then that someone else will manage those parameters. Yeah, that we could agree that that could work, right? And in trading, you cannot be alone. Like, oh, look, this channel started because I was with a friend and I told him to help me. Like, look, I think I have an edge. I think I have a good trading system, but sometimes I blow things up. Like sometimes I cannot keep my trading at peak. Sometimes I just come in, something didn't work, and I just blow everything out. Okay. Um and uh and and this guy was babysitting my trades, and and I improved big time because I forced myself to do the right thing long enough until my mind changed. And I don't want to say I will make any other mistake. I could, but my mind has changed to a point where I feel the confidence that I could trade real money, real account, right? And not funded accounts only and exclusively, but my real money, put it in the line and feel okay. Um, well, I'll just tell you, there's not like 300 people here, so it's just 8 of us. Okay, so Ninja Trader has a feature where you can um, put a daily stop loss, right? If and for me is minus 800 is a obviously an emergency protective feature for me. Yesterday I lost $400 and I decided to stop. Why? Because I identify my C game and I said, all right, so this is not my game, so I'm not playing well. Okay, it's time to just stop. So, but the minus $800 is unrealized losses. If you send them an email and then ask them, look, I want to set a protective stop loss in my account, and they will tell you, all right, it's set at whatever amount you required, but keep in mind that it's just for realized losses. They won't close the position as the rhythmic one. Okay, rhythmic will cut your position once you reach certain limit, right? If you set it at minus 1,000, yeah, it'll close the position right away. Not Ninja Trader. Ninja Trader, you need to have realized losses. Okay, and a few years ago I did have that, but I just took the stop out and let the positions running, right? Um, I do not have a daily goal. That's the truth. I do not think a daily goal can hurt you or help you, but I do have a weekly average goal, and for me is 4R. If I make 4R in a week, it's a good week. It's an average week, right? Sometimes I will lose 2 hours in a week. Sometimes I will make 1 hour. This week I think I made like 3 hours, but last week I made 7. So having average goals I think is good. It has helped me big time to grow and to be patient, because like I've said, it's not right now about the money only, and it was in the past. And thinking about the money only in the past made my trading a lot poor, a lot vulnerable, and completely wrong, because I was not thinking in the process, right? So I was not thinking getting better as a trader. And the reality is that if you want to become a trader, it takes time and it takes some sacrifice. Sacrifice because you won't make money for some time until you get really good at this and mentally, so you can increase your position sizing, right? You increase your position sizing, it's just a click, or it's just 2 clicks or 1 0, whatever you want to call it, and you can make millions. But how can you handle risking $5,000 if you cannot handle risking $50? Okay. I do trade the NQ futures. That's my main thing. But I know I do have several systems for different, like I don't have a system for the ES, but I think I could develop one. It won't take me too long to develop one. I do have a trading system for the R2Y, but I think the NQ is being very volatile lately, so I haven't felt the need. Even if you start watching my videos since May, I haven't traded anything else because I can find a trade setup every day in the NQ. So, Adam, I don't know if that answered your question. Like, having a daily goal made me anxious during the day. Okay, I didn't make money today, or I'm losing 200. I need to make 500. So that's 700 swing that I need to make, and I need to make. And feeling need about taking a trade is very bad, because you will start finding setups where they're not. Okay, so you want to just execute a setup that the market is giving you. Okay, remember, the market does not care about you, and it doesn't care about if you made or not, or if you have to pay a bill or whatever. No, the market is going to do whatever it's going to do. You need to take advantage of the market. So that's the way I start to see the market right now. And stop fighting the market. If you guys were not here at the beginning, I started this topic saying, all right, why people revenge trade is because they have fear, right? So, and when you have fear, if let's say you're gonna be robbed or something, or smuggle, no, how do you call that? I don't even know the word. But if you want to protect your family from something, right, you fight immediately, right? And when you fight, you are aggressive. So that's the analogy that I use. Revenge trading. Okay, so you lost a trade and you're scared of losing money, so you immediately fight the market, put in more trades. And what it does is just it makes you dig a deeper hole, right? You don't know, because you're trying instinctively to fight, right, and try to make it back. But it's so bad. Revenge trading, I think, is the low point of any trader, right? It's so bad. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you a story. I had a funded account with Lilo. With Lilu. It was a 150,000 account, and I was making 50K, and in just one day I lost $40,000, and it took me around like probably 2.5 months to make those 50Ks. Granted, those 50Ks were not made consciously, right? I was oversizing. I was like taking very risky trades, having high risk in every trade with max contracts, whatever. So I managed to make that money. But I would be down $5,000 and end up the day plus $5,000, right? So I managed to accumulate $50,000 in a funded account. And that same day, I was up $5,000. And is my worst day ever. And I think it made me change big time. And I think people change in two ways. When you are 40 years old, like I am, there's two only ways for me to change. Number one is with a shock, an accident, a divorce, illness or whatever. So those are the things that make you change, right? Number one shock in your life, and number two, repetition, right? But that day was a shock for me. I was up $5,000, and I was not happy with it. So I literally, days before that day, I came home after making three grand, $2,000, and I was very unhappy. I was feeling I was feeling like, damn, I made the other day 5 grand. Why did I make $1,500 today? Or $2,000. That was very bad. That was fucked up. Okay. And but one day, this day came. I was up $5,000 in the morning, and then I think it was a Fed meeting or a Fed minutes. It was some sort of news in the afternoon, and then the market moved, and then it chopped in between like 30 points for the rest of the afternoon for like 1.5 hours. Okay. So in that 1 hour, I lost $40,000 off of the 50. Okay. Obviously, I came back home destroyed. I was trading off of Boynton Beach with this company that I was working. I still work with them sometimes, but they're out of Boynton Beach. It's called Gapad. So I was really destroyed. But I think those $40,000, number one, were not made the right way, and in a sense, taught me a lot about trading. Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why um that's why I'm telling you, it changed me big time. If you work, if you do the work repeatedly over and over again, then you can change. But a shock can change you instantly. Okay, and that certainly did it for me. Like I changed. Right, that day was a before and an after for me. Yeah, losses are more impactful in your psychology than winners, and I feel it. Like I feel it. Yesterday I lost, and I was okay. The market closed. I didn't take any other trade, and I was overthinking in the afternoon. Damn, you shouldn't have taken those trades. Like, what the fuck? You screw it up. Like, but sometimes you are not in the right state of mind, and this is very important in trading because you will rush into setups when they're not good setups, right? All right. So I just wanted to share with you my experience. I think every trader, it depends on when you started trading. If you're very young and you have the luck of having someone to train you or whatnot, you could have a different journey, right? For myself, it was, I started off at 34 and with uh, no training whatsoever. I just started with a friend. Um uh and it started for me like a game, right? And then I started to like it, and then I got more serious with it. I usually, depending of my account size, right? If my account is growing and I haven't withdrawn any money, it's usually between 300 and 400. But if when I take money out of the account, it comes down, is between 200 and 300. So it's per trade. Okay. Yeah, but by the end of 2021, like November, I started to be very consistent. October, November. So it's like 1 year ago that I've been very consistent. Um, but I figure it's very different. I could have done it in 2 years. if I would have the mentality, I could have done it in 2 years or even in 18 months. But if you have the right orientation and someone telling you what you need to do, right? First of all, I didn't log my trades, right? Then I started logging my trades, but the wrong way. So I used to take, nowadays I do take a lot less trades because I'm very selective with my setups, right? But I right now I could take 2, 3, 4 trades max. If I take 4 trades, that's not best of my days, right? The best of my days is one winner, one very large winner, or 2 winners, right? But right now, when I log my trades, I don't even log my trades. I don't export the data from one platform to another and just have the data there to see. All right, you in average you lose this, in average you make this, and how long you stay in a trade, whatever. No, those numbers are okay, but I needed the experience to log the trades. I needed the experience of taking pictures and analyzing what happened, why I did make that decision at that time, and what could have done different, right? What could have I done differently? So I needed that experience. So I didn't start that till my 4th year of trading, right? You can call it that I didn't have any orientation or someone telling me the right things to do. I took a lot of classes, so I was very interested in getting better, right? But I didn't have the right orientation, if you will. So when I started logging my trades was when I really logging my trades the right way is when I started to see my evolution, right? I was evolving. Okay, and now I do this, it works, and it worked again, and it started to work again. So I started to collect a lot of data, and I started to collect a lot of data, and that made me a lot better. I just trade exclusively from the 500 volume bar on the NQ. If you go see my recaps or on certain live streams, I have links to my trades. You can see how I take the trades, and I take them live in the live stream. It's off of the 500 volume bar. So let's keep going to the B game, right? Because the B game I think is the, like, my B game, it'll be my default state. Let's say my B game is my default state. So sometimes I try to when I'm in my C game is obviously a minority of my days. I don't think yesterday I was in my C game per se. I didn't do stupid shit. I didn't revenge. I didn't lost uncontrolled trade, like uncontrolled losses. None of that. So I was more in my B game. So I was let's say focused. All right. So the fuck here. There you go. Okay. So I was focused. Long-term oriented, right? Not rushing to trades or forcing setups. recognize a flaw or not optimal mental state. Because what happens is on the C game, sometimes you can miss. Okay, you're having thoughts about what's going on. You're having thoughts or you're overthinking, right? But sometimes you're not aware. So that's definitely your C game. Now, when the tactical skill shows up, you revenge the trade. That could be a trigger for you to, damn, I did have all these thoughts in the morning. I was thinking like I needed to make money. I needed to do this. I needed to do that. So you can qualify that as a C game, right? But you in the B game, you recognize when, oh, this is not the right mental state. Okay. On the on the technical side, paying attention to one enhancer and probably missing the other. Let's say I'm paying attention to the dollar, but I'm not paying attention to the tick chart, right? Or the other way. All right. Part of my B game is avoiding limit orders and looking for more confirmation trades. Okay. And I say this because sometimes I do have a setup that is showing up, but I don't feel 100% sure, and I want to feel 100% sure. And what I do is when that happens is that instead of putting limit orders, just taking the risk, assuming the risk, I just try to wait for it to come into the zone so I can put a trade coming out of the zone, so I will feel more confident in the trade, right? That's a big game. That's not an A game. An A game is limit orders, set and forget, and that's it. I already assume that risk. That money is already taken out of my account in theory, right? So that's it. So that's my B game. Avoiding limit orders and looking for more confirmation trades. What else do we have here? Cutting trades too soon. Yeah, scaling out. Oh, I missed this on my C game. Scaling out. Way before the next area of interest, and I would put here, very important, to reduce risk. All right, that's the bad part of scaling out. So here's a neutral part. Scaling out at a area of interest. An area of interest, right? Against my trade direction. Against my trade direction. Oh my God, what the fuck with this, guys? Give me 1 second, let me get rid of these messages. Why don't you take limit orders as price pushes in your direction? What do you mean? Like look, if I want to take, let's say I want to take a retest to an area, right? Definitely the limit order is going to be against the direction in the current candle, right? Let's say you want to take a long, it went up, and then it is retracing back down, and then you want a limit order right there to keep going up, right? But in those candles coming to your zone or to your area, that limit order is going to be against. If the price just keep going down, you will have no chance of either move the stop to break even or whatever action that you want to do. So for me and here's my B game. So I want to put here stop, entry, target, only management rule is to move stop to break even after 1-to-1. Stop break even after 1-to-1. And here's the caveat. Only if entry was at the original area. Okay. All right, so that is my B game. Oh, here's one point that is very interesting. Invalidation point might not be the optimal. Yes, that's what I do in my B game, right? If it comes inside and when it's coming out, then I will stop limit or stop order, whatever. That's what I do in my B game, right? But there's certain risk attached to it. If it doesn't come deep enough inside the zone, right, you can miss a trade. So ultimately, the only way to guaranteed that you will get filled is the limit order, one tick below the limit order, right? Whereas if it comes to the zone, and I'll show you, right? Let me see what happens here. You see this? All right, let me get rid of this one. If you see this, where is it? So the top from yesterday. This is the this area, this shadow area is the open from Thursday. Okay? So for me to take this confirmation, price must have gone at least 50%, right? And then I'll put the order coming out of the zone, right, like around here. God damn it. See that? So if prices test around this area, then I have room to take the area coming out of the zone. Okay? But how do you, for me, there's no way to take this, right? There's no way to take this if it's not limit. Okay? Why? Because what is the meaning to take this area confirmation when it just came here? Okay, it didn't base, it didn't do anything. Okay, it just came to test here. This might be even better, just take the limit order and assume the risk. But what I'm trying to tell you is that my best game, my best Franco trading is taking limit orders and feeling confident enough of the setup. Okay, that's the only thing. All right, so my A game. Let's go to my A game. Patience, not caring about the P&L. Thinking in probabilities, thinking about the marathon is instead of the sprint. I would say here having long-term oriented thinking. Confident. It's particular for when I'm confident, cautious. Okay, cool. Oh, there we go. Here I might have some overconfidence on my C game, right? All right. This is particular for when I am confident, but cautious enough not to trust the market. All right, cool. Relaxed. All right. My market context is aligned to what the market is doing. Yeah, and waiting for my A plus setup. All right. All right, so that is my ABC game. I think I updated it pretty well. And I certainly have some evolution from last year, right? All right, guys. If you don't have any other question, this book helped me big time. So let me get rid of this. Oh, here's a very important phrase that the book gives you. The only option that is guaranteed is my C game. Yes. Your add-on. I did answer. You were not in the live stream. Is called Katana. Look, this is Katana, right? If we go to CD, let me see if I can give you let me see if it's already in. I don't think it's available for anybody, right? But if you go here like chart dynamics, it's Katana with a K. So this is the developer, the one, the company that makes it, but I don't think it's ready. I don't think it's ready for people to buy it. So this is a friend of mine. I think he's in Denver. I used to trade with him. It's not ready. I will let you know, guys, when it's ready. is called Katana. Yeah. You guys can serve this website. They have several products here. Ryan, the guy who developed this, still testing with a few traders. Sometimes it no, it's made by Chart Dynamics, this one. So they have a few products for different platforms, right? Go to their website and ask for you can contact them and see. I will text this friend of mine to see how long for it to be available for other people. It's pretty cool. Like, I do have here the group account mode where I can mirror all my trades with other accounts that are connected in different connections with Ninja. I do have this panel. I do have this is the one that I most use. You can manage your risk. So this is what I do. I set the risk every morning. Let's say I am risking here per trade, let's say $500. Now let's put a bigger number because this is the mini, right? $1,500. 1,500. So that's 1.5% of this account. And if I want to take a short right here, right? You can see how for this risk, it'll take 6 contracts, right? But now if I want to risk the entire area, it'll just put 2 contracts, right? It's a calculator that automatically puts the number of contracts for you. So this is very helpful. If I want to take a narrow zone, like let's say this one, it'll put 4 contracts, right? If I want to risk this much, it'll put 9 contracts, right? It always maintains the dollar amount or less because the calculation, right? Sometimes you can risk 1,400, 1,470, 1,440, whatever it is the amount, right? But less than 1,500. So I think it's pretty useful. You can cancel it or submit or confirmation, right? Let's say I want to submit it, it just come alive. So one thing that NinjaTrader has and is terrible, that NinjaTrader don't have, is these virtual orders, right? These virtual orders are virtual because there's no way for you to put a real order here without filling this one. So that's how NinjaTrader do it. I don't know why. But when this order gets filled, these orders come alive. But let's say way before your trade is filled, you can go ahead and move this one, right? And it'll change the number of contracts automatically. You see that? So I move this to, if I move it closer, it'll put more contracts. So now I have 2. If I leave it here, it'll put 10 contracts, right? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's just take a lot of like simple math that you need to do real time out of your trading decision at all times. No. Here, what you can do is you can set, for instance, if you're trading multiple contracts, right? 1 limit, 1 stop loss. You can put 2 limit, 2 stop loss, 3 limits, 2 stop loss. Let's say you have multiple contracts, right? And the default risk and reward ratio here is 2-to-1, but I want to put 3-to-1, right? So every time I just click here, it'll put 3 targets, and the ultimate target is going to be 3-to-1. Let's put this one. Do you see that? Sorry, the first target will be 3-to-1. So you can do this, right? And then you can have this 2-to-1. You can move it here, and you can move them manually. See that? So when you put the orders, let's say you have 5 contracts, right? So I think the majority are going to be in this one, but you can modify them at all times. Like, see that? All right, 3, but you can put here 2. I think you can modify this one. I don't know how. right? But you have 3 when you get filled, and then when you get filled, you can change this to 2, 2, 1, and so on. Bro, I tell you, it's pretty cool, and I do link my other accounts. When you see my trades, right? When you go see my live trading, this yellow flag somewhere in here is on. You see that? The yellow flag is because I have multiple accounts. I do have multiple accounts right there. Group account, not multiple accounts, just one account, multiple accounts. So I do trade multiple accounts at all times. Yes, I'm risking probably 200, 300, but that means probably 700, 800. And when I make 500, I made 1500. But I do my recaps on whatever my main account is reflecting, right? Because sometimes I trade one Apex, sometimes I trade Earn to Trade, sometimes I trade one up. So it's different accounts, but all linked to my real account. It doesn't have a break-even button. You can take profit. I don't think 1/2 to 1. Well, that's not hard to. You can set it up way in advance. Like if you have 6, let's say you do this 2 contracts, you can 3 to 1. You can customize this for 1/2 to 1, and then the rest 3 to 1, so that you can customize it, right? Real time. Quick bracket. Oh, you can do ATM too. I don't do ATMs, by the way. But you can do an ATM strategy instead of the preset brackets by them. No, it's pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna come. I don't know the price. I have it for free, obviously, because I'm part of the testing group that we're testing this thing. And also this I don't know if he has them already. You see these indicators with the numbers here? that's not something that Ninja does. I don't know why. This is so basic, like having a couple like lines with the prices there. Ninja does not do that. So this is an add-on as well. So if your guys are okay, I'm gonna close this live and see you guys all Monday. I come 8:45 for the pre-market and and 9:25 for the live trading session. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Have a nice weekend.